What is public speaking?
Public speaking is the act of delivering a message to a live audience through prepared or impromptu speech. It involves clear communication to inform, persuade, or entertain while engaging listeners effectively.
Why is public speaking an essential skill?
Public speaking enhances career opportunities, leadership abilities, and personal confidence. It allows individuals to articulate ideas persuasively, influence others, and connect meaningfully in professional and social settings.
What is glossophobia?
Glossophobia is the fear of public speaking, affecting up to 75% of people. It manifests as anxiety, rapid heartbeat, or sweating before speaking, but can be overcome with preparation and practice.
How does public speaking differ from casual conversation?
Public speaking is formal, structured, and one-way directed to an audience, requiring preparation and vocal projection. Conversations are informal, interactive, and bidirectional with natural back-and-forth dialogue.
What are the three main goals of a speech?
The three main goals are to inform, teach facts, persuade, change beliefs or actions, and entertain, engage emotionally. Effective speeches often blend these based on audience needs.
What is audience analysis in public speaking?
Audience analysis involves understanding listeners' demographics, interests, knowledge level, and attitudes. It helps tailor content, language, and examples to resonate and achieve the speech's purpose.
What is a specific purpose statement?
A specific purpose statement clearly defines what the speaker wants the audience to learn, believe, or do after the speech. It guides content development, e.g., to persuade my audience to recycle more.
How do you choose an effective speech topic?
Select topics that match your expertise, audience interests, and time constraints while ensuring they are timely and debatable if persuasive. Brainstorm personal passions or current events for relevance.
What is a thesis statement in a speech?
The thesis statement is a concise summary of the main idea or argument previewed in the introduction. It outlines key points, e.g., today, I'll discuss causes, effects, and solutions to climate change.
What are common attention getters for a speech introduction?
Effective attention getters include questions, startling statistics, stories, quotes, or demonstrations. They capture interest within the first 30 seconds to hook the audience.
Why is the introduction crucial in a speech?
The introduction establishes credibility, states the purpose, previews main points, and grabs attention. It sets the tone and determines if the audience will listen throughout.
What is the typical structure of a speech body?
The body contains 2 to 5 main points supported by evidence like statistics, examples, or testimony, organized logically. Each point needs clear transitions for smooth flow.
Name common organizational patterns for speech bodies.
Patterns include chronological, time order, topical, categories, problem solution, cause-effect, and Monroe's motivated sequence, attention, need, satisfaction, visualization, action.
What role do transitions play in a speech?
Transitions connect ideas smoothly, signal shifts between points, and reinforce structure. Phrases like "now that we've covered X, let's examine Y" guide the audience logically.
How should a speech conclusion be structured?
Restate the thesis, summarize main points, end with a memorable close like a call to action, quote, or challenge. Avoid new information to leave a strong final impression.
Why is practicing a speech essential?
Practice builds confidence, refines timing, improves delivery, and reveals weaknesses. Rehearse aloud multiple times, ideally in front of others or recorded, for natural fluency.
What is vocal variety in public speaking?
Vocal variety involves changing pitch, rate, volume, and pauses to avoid monotony and emphasize key ideas. It keeps listeners engaged and conveys emotion effectively.
Why is eye contact important in public speaking?
Eye contact builds rapport, shows confidence, and gauges audience reactions. Hold gaze for 3 to 5 seconds per person or section to create connection without staring.
What makes effective body language?
Effective body language includes open posture, purposeful gestures, and facial expressions matching the message. Avoid crossed arms or fidgeting to appear credible and engaging.
How should gestures be used in speeches?
Gestures should be natural, above the waist, and illustrate points without overdoing. Practice to synchronize with words for reinforcement, not distraction.
What is proper posture for public speakers?
Stand tall with feet shoulder width apart, weight balanced, shoulders relaxed. Good posture conveys authority and energy while allowing free breathing and movement.
How do you control speaking rate?
Aim for 120 to 150 words per minute, slow for emphasis, speed for excitement. Practice with a timer to avoid rushing from nerves.
What is vocal projection?
Vocal projection uses diaphragmatic breathing to speak loudly and clearly without shouting. It ensures audibility in large spaces and maintains energy.
When and how to use pauses effectively?
Pauses after key points allow absorption, build suspense, or emphasize ideas. Count silently to 2 to 3 seconds for impact without filler words like
What are the benefits of using visual aids?
Visual aids like slides clarify complex ideas, increase retention, and engage visually. They should be simple, with minimal text and high contrast images.
What are PowerPoint best practices?
Use the October 20th, 30 rule, max 10 slides, 20 minutes, 30-point font. Avoid reading slides, let them support, not replace, your speech.
How can you overcome stage fright?
Overcome stage fright through deep breathing, visualization, and positive self-talk. Start small with familiar audiences to build confidence gradually.
What breathing technique helps nervousness?
Diaphragmatic or belly breathing. Inhale deeply through nose, expanding abdomen, exhale slowly. Do 4-7-8 breaths, in 4, hold 7, out 8, before speaking.
What is power posing?
Power posing involves adopting expansive, confident stances like hands on hips for 2 minutes pre-speech. It boosts testosterone and reduces cortisol for calmer delivery.
What are the 4 methods of speech delivery?
Methods are impromptu, no prep, extemporaneous, notes, manuscript, read full text, and memorized, recited. Extemporaneous is most common for naturalness.
What is impromptu speaking?
Impromptu speaking requires organizing thoughts quickly without preparation, using prep, point, reason, example, point. Practice with random topics for 1 to 5 minutes.
How does extemporaneous speaking work?
Prepare an outline, practice delivery with notes, speak conversationally. It balances preparation and spontaneity for authentic engagement.
When is manuscript speaking appropriate?
Use manuscript for precise wording, like legal or ceremonial speeches. Practice to avoid reading monotone by looking up frequently.
What are risks of memorized speaking?
Memorized speaking risks forgetting lines under stress, leading to panic. Use sparingly for short speeches with heavy rehearsal.
What is an informative speech?
An informative speech teaches facts, explains processes, or describes concepts objectively. Focus on clarity, evidence, and audience understanding without persuasion.
What defines a persuasive speech?
Persuasive speeches convince audiences to adopt beliefs or actions using logic, emotion, and credibility. Employ Monroe's motivated sequence for structure.
What are Aristotle's 3 appeals?
Ethos, credibility, pathos, emotion, and logos, logic, persuade effectively. Balance all 3 for maximum impact.
How to use storytelling in speeches?
Stories humanize messages, evoke emotions, and aid memory. Structure as beginning, setup, middle, conflict, end, resolution, with vivid details.
What role does humor play in public speaking?
Humor relaxes audiences, builds rapport, and makes points memorable if self-deprecating and relevant. Time delivery for punchlines and gauge reactions.
How to handle Q&A sessions.
Listen fully, repeat question for clarity, answer directly, then tie back to thesis. If unsure, say good question, I'll research that to maintain credibility.
What are logical fallacies to avoid?
Avoid ad hominem, personal attacks, straw man, misrepresent arguments, or hasty generalization. Use sound evidence for ethical persuasion.
How to deal with hecklers.
Stay calm, acknowledge politely, refocus on message, or use humor. Never argue, security handles disruptions if needed.
Why consider cultural differences in speaking?
Cultural norms affect eye contact, gestures, and humor interpretation. Research audience diversity for inclusive language and examples.
What tips for virtual public speaking?
Use eye-level camera, good lighting, stable internet, engage via chat polls. Speak slower, gesture within frame, and test tech beforehand.
What makes a great TED Talk?
TED Talks feature one big idea, storytelling, visuals, novelty, and calls to action in 18 minutes. They inspire through vulnerability and universality.
Who was Dale Carnegie and his contribution?
Dale Carnegie authored How to Win Friends and Influence People, emphasizing enthusiasm, sincerity, and audience focus in speaking.
How to get feedback on speeches.
Record speeches, use peer reviews with specific questions, or join groups like Toastmasters. Analyze strengths and areas for vocal/delivery improvement.
What is self-review in public speaking?
Watch recordings critically for filler words, pacing, engagement. Note what worked and adjust for next time objectively.
What advanced vocal technique is resonance?
Resonance amplifies voice from chest for richer tone. Practice humming or reading aloud to develop authoritative sound.
How does improv training help speakers?
Improv builds quick thinking, active listening, and adaptability for Q&A or impromptu. Exercises like yes and foster collaboration.
What metrics measure speaking success?
Success includes audience engagement, applause, questions, feedback surveys, behavioral change, and personal confidence growth post-speech.